Hello everybody, my name is Cirque and welcome to a little Minecraft tutorial. Today we're going to be playing around with these new uh, water monuments, I guess they're called. Temple monument thing. Came out in the latest snapshot, 14W25, and around these temples or monuments, we get the mob called the Guardian spawning. And the Guardian drops prismarine shards and prismarine crystals and raw fish. And with those shards and crystals, we can make these beautiful blocks right here. The prismarine bricks, dark prismarine, and these prismarine lanterns. And so we definitely want to have a way to farm these guardians so that we can have an unlimited amount of these blocks without having to explore and find tons of temples. So I've been doing a little bit of research, watching some videos, did some testing of my own, and it seems that the Guardians can spawn within this frame that I've made here out of the sea lanterns. It is about 9 blocks, or it is 9 blocks away from the actual temple side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the furthest that I've seen them spawn. And then they spawn between levels 39 and 61, which is the bottom and top of here. So I guess we can hop over to my other world where I have the farm already, and we can take a look at the design that I've come up with. Alright, so here we have my design for the Guardian farm. I haven't seen anything like this yet, but it's just a nice funnel that funnels all of the Guardians down into the center. They fall down a 4x4 hole, fall 34 blocks, and then onto these hoppers down here where the items get collected and get sorted out. I have a bunch of squids down here so that we don't have too many spawns inside the farm here, because in an actual world you would actually have ocean around you, most likely, unless you were really crazy and got rid of all the water. But let's change the difficulty to hard mode and we can start seeing the guardian spawning. So one thing that I've noticed is that, guardians, they can swim against streams, so it's actually kind of hard to move them. And so when I thought of this idea, I didn't know if it would work, but I tested it out, and obviously they do get pushed down to the center, which works out very nicely. I have a 4x4 hole there. Yeah, and every once in a while they do get stuck here, like in the corners. But I do have a 4x4 hole there in the middle that just allows them to fall down more easily than if it was a 2x2 hole. And the basic premise behind this design was to try and keep the collection area as small as possible. Because with most other farms that I've seen, the collection area is quite large. I've even seen, in Doc M's big overpowered farm, or the Zip Crowd's farm, they have basically this whole thing be a farm, and this whole, you have a collection area as big as this whole frame almost. And that can get very resource intensive. You either have to have lots of minecarts collecting the items or tons and tons of hoppers. And so that is why I wanted to come up with this design, trying to push all the guardians down into the center so that we don't have to create such a big drop, such a wide drop for them to fall down, and such a wide collection area. So how I built this, it was pretty simple. One thing you do have to be careful about is you do have to drop the guardians 34 blocks, and as I said, the lowest spawning point is 39 blocks, and you have bedrock down at the ground. In this world, the bedrock would be right at this level here. That's where it would end. And so when I built this, I didn't start it down at level 39. I actually started it at level 41 here, so that there would be enough room for the hoppers underneath, and then you could use a dropper elevator to kind of lift them up, and then you can sort them, so you still have space to do that above the bedrock. So yeah, from there, once you want to find the center, or I guess you wouldn't have to, but I found the center of this whole frame, made this 6x6 ring around the center, at level 41, and then I just started making the steps going all the way up. And yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. I've AFK'd here for a half an hour and got most of this stuff here. Not too many crystals, those things are pretty rare. But yeah, most of this stuff I got in half an hour. I calculated it out and I got about 4,000, a little over 4,000 items per hour. And I know I tested it out before and I got closer to 5,000, so it works pretty well, especially for how simple it was to set up. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to clear out everything inside this frame, make sure that there's no water, so that the guardians don't spawn outside of the farm. But besides that, the funnel was actually quite simple to make. And we do have some bunching up here, getting stuck in the corners. Maybe there's something I could do to kind of stop that from happening. But it does the job quite well, and I'm pretty pleased with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little farm. I might tweak it a little bit, try and make it a little bit more efficient. But for now, I think it's pretty good, and it's a good, at least, proof of concept. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like down below if you like the video. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.